What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about 4 penny stocks that have big potential. All of these penny stocks have huge upcoming catalysts, and I believe they will make big moves starting as early as this month. These are stocks that I have not covered on the channel before, but I have been watching very closely over the past few months. Before we get into the video, it takes a lot of time to do this research, so if you find any value in this video, can I ask you to smash the like button? This literally costs you nothing, but it helps me out so much. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new content like this. Now let's get into it. Sun Hydrogen is a hydrogen company trading on the OTC with the ticker symbol HYSR. Sun Hydrogen is developing a breakthrough, low-cost technology to make renewable hydrogen using sunlight and any source of water, including seawater and wastewater. Unlike hydrocarbon fuels such as oil, coal and gas, where carbon dioxide and other contaminants are released into the atmosphere when used, hydrogen fuel usage produces pure water as the only byproduct. Using Sun Hydrogen's low-cost methods to produce renewable hydrogen, they intend to enable a world of distributed hydrogen production for renewable electricity and hydrogen fuel cell vehicles. Hydrogen generation is projected to become a $1 trillion per year market by 2050, as many countries have already set the goal of becoming net zero emission over the next 20 years. Earlier this week, Sun Hydrogen CEO provided a 2022 update. Over the past 6 months, we have expanded our industrial partnerships across the US, Germany, South Korea and Japan, and we have renewed and initiated new collaborations with the University of Iowa and University of Michigan, respectively. Sun Hydrogen is on track to demonstrate a production quality prototype of its nanoparticle based green hydrogen technology. Sun Hydrogen started 2022 with the addition of a new research and development laboratory in Iowa to fuel its goal of scaling up fabrication of its nanoparticle hydrogen generator units by the end of 2022 year. So there is one catalyst that we can expect to see later this year, and this builds upon the positive interim product development progress for the months of January and February. Now, like so many other companies, Sun Hydrogen is also suffering from supply chain issues, but anticipate full resolution by early May. And the company also has sponsored research agreements with the Universities of Iowa and Michigan, with the potential for additional research and product development milestones during the second half of 2022. With the company building towards having multiple production quality prototype demonstrations by the end of this year. When we look at OTC markets, we can see that Sun Hydrogen is not too small of a company with a valuation of over $150 million. But this company does have a strong basis for this valuation. Looking at the most recent financial statements, we can see on the balance sheet, Sun Hydrogen has total assets of $53 million, of which cash makes up over $44 million. So for an OTC pink sheet stock, this company is cash rich. Then there is very little by way of real liabilities, but there is a derivative liability of $46 million, which is directly linked to the company's share price. And so as the share price has gone down over the past year, we can see here that this has also dropped from over 135 million down to the current 46 million. With the company still being at the pre-revenue stage, there is not much on the income statement. The loss from operations is modest, and the main thing influencing profit or loss is this gain on the remeasurement of that derivative liability. In terms of liquidity and trading volume, HYSR stock is one of the most active stocks on the pink sheets, with daily volume of nearly 5 million today and over 10.5 million on average. And this stock is followed by nearly 20,000 investors on StockTwits. Looking at the charts, we can see that HYSR stock was trading as high as 34 cents back in January 2021, but has since lost nearly 90% of its valuation. For the past 3 months, HYSR stock has been moving sideways in this channel between 0.032 and 0.046. But I expect that with more good news and catalysts ahead, HYSR could really break out of this very soon. IQST. This stock has been on a huge run throughout March, gaining more than 50% before dipping a little bit in the last few days. but this is still far below its 52-week high of $1.07. IQST is a technology company offering leading-edge telecommunication and technology services for global markets. This company is traded on the OTCQX, ticker IQST. The company is a fully reporting penny stock with corporate governance, an independent board of directors, and an audit committee. IQST offer leading-edge services in both business-to-business and business-to-customers divisions across 5 separate business divisions. These include the blockchain division, the technology division, fintech, EV, and the telecom division, which is the largest of these, being made up of Swisslink, Italex, Q Global, SMS Directus, all coming in under the IQS Telecom brand. This is a global company and has presence in 15 countries, and its products and services are used in several industries, and through its subsidiaries, IQST is interconnected with some of the world's largest telecommunication companies such as Vodafone, Verizon, Orange, and IBM. During 2021, IQST became a debt-free company and now has no convertible notes, warrants, or settlement agreements on its balance sheet. The business strategy is to develop their business with high margin and EBITDA contributions in areas across their business divisions, and this approach will make IQST one of the leaders as a one-stop shop for high-tech services. So in the CEO's latest update, it was announced that IQST expect to close 3 acquisitions prior to the end of April 2022, and the planned uplisting to NASDAQ is still on track for the first half of 2022. Nothing is standing in the way of our $90 million annual revenue forecast or NASDAQ uplisting. So straight away there is 2 upcoming catalysts in the near term. We have 3 acquisitions within the next 4 weeks and uplisting sometime within the next 3 months. This press release continues with updates on the EV program, on the fintech front, and the launch of the Maximo product. The fintech product line is one of IQST's primary strategies over the next 5 years, expected to capture over 100 million in revenue with an estimated 30% profit margin. So that's great to see. Not only are they ramping up revenue, but this is very profitable revenue. Finally, and probably the most important part of this press release, we have exchanged information with NASDAQ and our application process is underway. I remain confident in achieving our uplisting in the first 6 months of 2022. I am also optimistic that our upcoming audited annual report for 2021 will support the opportunity for our share price to increase organically to reach the minimum NASDAQ listing requirements. As per NASDAQ listing requirements, the regular bid price of shares of a company stock at the time of listing must be at least $4. However, a company may qualify under a closing price alternative of $3 or $2 if the company meets varying requirements. So in this case, when they're talking about the share price as a requirement to uplist, the minimum price for any requirement regarding the share price is $2. So management believe that they can organically get from just 62 cents up to at least $2 within the next 3 months, which would be a lovely 200% gain. And just yesterday, there was another update from IQST, where they announced a new agreement that substantially expands the company's fintech service offering reach. This being that the company has entered into a partnership agreement, one of the largest and most innovative cooperatives in Guatemala. So, as the CEO has said here, soon our audited financial report will be published for 2021, verifying our monumental financial performance last year and offering further credibility to our forecast for this year. Our Q1 2022 results will not be far behind, further boosting confidence in our 2022 forecast. To kickstart what I believe will be an inflection point for the company in April. And then further down here it says, we do plan to file an extension in order to thoroughly review what we believe are landmark results. We expect to publish the 2021 annual financial report within this extension period. I believe you will consider the extra few days worth the wait when you review the report. So all of this sounds positive. Despite filing for an extension, it still sounds positive. And in response to our ongoing NASDAQ application process, our latest efforts are focused on creation of code of conduct and ethics required by NASDAQ. We expect to have this completed and published shortly. So I'm expecting major moves from IQST in the very near term. The next stock on the list is Hycroft Mining Holding Company, ticker HYMC. This stock is probably one of the most traded stocks in the world over the past 3 or 4 weeks. Hycroft Mining is a US-based gold and silver development company that owns the Hycroft mine, a well-established world-class asset with significant mineral endowment. The company is focused on transforming the Hycroft into a large-scale mining operation by developing a process for its large gold and silver mineral resources on site. So Hycroft went public in 2020 after a merger with the Muddock Capital SPAC, but really came into its own this month. After having dropped from its SPAC price of $10 right down to only 28 cents, HYMC stock was on the verge of bankruptcy, but then received a major investment from AMC Entertainment and metals investor Eric Sprott. Since Hycroft's low point of 28 cents, it had gained over 800% up, but has dropped a little in recent days, but is still up over 600% from its low point. According to AMC CEO Adam Aron, Hycroft resembled the AMC chain about a year ago, facing a liquidity crisis despite rock-solid assets. Now, in my opinion, this is a stock that is extremely risky. Just last year, Hycroft was cutting its workforce and had been heavily shorted. I do not see this as a long-term play at all, despite what I am seeing about the stock from other people on StockTwits, Facebook, Twitter, and Reddit. I do not see there being long-term value here, but considering investor interest in this stock and the volatile nature of these plays, there is definitely opportunities here to trade this stock and make a lot of money. But another mining company that I really like the look of is Attico Mining. This stock is traded on the Canadian CVE, ticker ATY, and on the OTC, ticker ATCMF. Attico is a Canadian-based company focused on developing and operating copper-gold projects in Latin America. Drawing on the extensive operational experience in Latin America, the company's strategy is to build a mid-tier copper and gold producer by acquiring advanced stage projects with potential for high margin operations and sustainable organic growth. The company has a very qualified and experienced management team and board of directors, but also has a very healthy looking share structure. The float here is just over 100 million shares and the market cap of Attico is only $46 million. Now keep that in mind for just a moment. The market cap is only $46 million. Attico have a 90% ownership of La Robla mine and surrounding areas in Colombia, and also a 100% ownership of La Plata project in Ecuador. Attico will be due to release their latest financials later this month, but let's look at the most recent quarter. These financials are fantastic. Attico have total assets of 115 million and total liabilities of just 42 million. This means that the company has total equity of $73 million. As I said a moment ago, the market cap of this company is only 46 million, so they are currently at least $27 million undervalued. Now, it's usually very rare to see this, but when you do see a company where the market cap has dropped below equity value, this is usually caused by a huge cash burn and huge losses. But Attico Mining is not only undervalued, the company is also very profitable and becoming even more profitable. For the 9 months ended September, Attico had total sales of 64 million and a profit of $9.3 million. This is close to 100% revenue growth and it's a 500% growth in profits. Earnings per share stand at 7 cents, but when you consider that the share price is only 37 cents, then this is a huge percentage earnings per share. Trading volume is extremely low on this stock as this is still very much under the radar. But should the earnings report that's due later this month show a further level of growth, then I expect this to start getting attention very soon, and in my opinion this is grossly undervalued. I first alerted this stock on my Patreon page back in February when this was only 30 cents. and it had gained over 35% in just 1 month, but appears to have dropped back to extremely great value right now. But that is just my opinion, and I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice in any way, I just wanted to share my thoughts on some very interesting penny stocks right now. Drop a comment down below and tell me what you think of these stocks, and remember to show your support for the channel and hit the like button. And if you're new, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.